Action! Welcome to episode 3 of the BCW podcast. Filmed and shot here in Liverpool today. So, the podcasts are going pretty well. I've uploaded 2 so far, and it's been getting some good likes, subscribes, comments, those kind of things. I put them onto Instagram as well, just so they're in 2 places, and then Spotify in the future too. I've obviously got a few ideas of what I could do with the podcasts, and obviously, you know, things going forward. So I thought one great thing that I could be doing a little bit more of is sort of how to brew videos on the apparatus and accessories that we sell at Black Coffee Worship. And I'm going to go through one of the devices today. We do a few, but today's one is the Old Faithful Aeropress 5000. We stock these. We have them live on our website. Do get a few DMs saying, hi, I'm looking to get into coffee. What's the first thing I should be looking at? And I always throw this at them, the Aeropress brewer. You can do different kinds of coffee with it. You can actually do cold brew. I only do hot, big brew mugs, American style coffee for these. So yeah, the Aeropress, it says 1 to 3 cups. I just do 1 of these and I have to top it up. But I will show you how I do it. So before the onslaught of, no, that's not how you do it, you need to brew this upside down, all that kind of stuff, I do it how I do it. And I've done it for a few years now. And like I said in the first video, coffee's like music, art. It's all to taste. It's all how you do it and what works for you. So, disclaimer, I'm not gospel on how to brew your coffee for you, but I can show you a quick, easy way that I prefer to do. And I've been doing this for years. So, the Aeropress. I'd love to tell you some history about the company of the Aeropress, but to be honest, it just makes really, really nice, clean coffee. No grit is what it says, is what I was going to suggest and say too. Makes American coffee. I don't know if it's UK made or American made, but or where it started. The Aeropress is something that we stock and we sell them to a lot of people. So here's my little one. And I'm going to be using the Percybones Bones blend today that I like to use for a good Aeropress. Check out the previous videos where I do the coffee breakdown and I talk about the Bones blend and how it came about and the flavour notes, and the rating is online as well. So, first off, the first thing you have to do is get yourself a Black Coffee Worship mug. I sell these again on my website. They're all available there in a various different prints, and I print them at home myself with these hands. So no outsourcing. I do try and keep everything in-house as much as possible. And we've also got the ceramic jars too. So let's have a little sniff it. So I'm recording the audio and I'm doing the video over here. Audio will go on Spotify and the video will go onto YouTube later. So it's all about the sounds with the audio. What's that, the range that everybody listens to? ASMR, I think it's called. With all those horrible, I don't like it, but some people dig it. Yeah, so when you get your Aeropress, it comes with a range of stuff. Don't be scared when you see everything all in one big hit. You break it down and it's actually pretty simple on how to use. So let's talk about the filter papers first. You get a big buttload of these stacked filter papers that you can grab again online in the future if you ever wanted to. You need 1 of these for 1 Aeropress. I'm going to go with the standard vertical press. Some people say try the inverted press. I spill the coffee everywhere when I do that, so that's not my bag. Get yourself a paper. Now this comes out in 3 parts, so twist the bottom. This is the bottom section, the top plunger, and I've spilt water everywhere, and the Aeropress canister itself. So they say a little bit of water into the bottom so your filter paper sticks to the bottom of the filter. So, and then you take this part here, you twist onto this section here, and this lives and sits on top of your mug. Black Coffee Worship mug, of course. Now, you get the daddy scoop, and we open up our coffee jars. Now, taste, strength is different for everybody. How many do they say to do? I don't even know how many scoops. Add coffee to water. So, how much coffee do you want to use? Now don't fall off your chair this time, I go to 3 to 4 scoops per mug. Oh, Paul, that's too much. No, it's just right. And it tastes like fire. So, 1, 2, 3, and the last one, 4. There we go. So, and then you give it a little shake, so it's all flattened down, and you've got your kettle boiled, which costs an extortionate amount of money at the moment, but I'm telling you, it'll be worth it. And then I like to, this is how I do it to start off, do a little steep hit, so you've got a bit of water in there, and leave that to sit 10, 20 seconds, however long you've got to wait, basically, just so it all brews in and gets all that ground coffee nice and steeped. Is what we like to do. I always stay tidy and clean on the sidelines. Now, it comes with this stirrer stick as well, and we use that at the end once it's full. Now, the coffee snob ways of pouring the water in certain directions and spirals, yes, it does stuff, but you know what? I find I've tried multiple tests. I've done inverted cross shapes while pouring. I do the pentagram while pouring, and I also do circle pit while pouring, and it all tastes the same, guys. There's no difference for me personally. Sorry for the pros out there, but anyway, pour it in like this. So I'm doing my pentagram symbol at the moment. I'll do a little inverted cross there, nice, and I'll do the circle pit to finish. And I go right to the top, just to here. And this is where this bad boy comes in. This would be sick as an inverted cross. I wonder how we can get that sorted. But Aeropress, if you can inverted cross me, throw it over to your boy. And then you throw it in. And you give it a bit of a stir at the bottom. So you're lifting all the bottom pieces out a little bit. And then there's another thing I like to do through this section, once it gets a little bit more stirred, is I throw it in and I twist it round like this. Round and round we go until it's okay stirred, which I'll say is getting to about there. So I don't know how long that was, how long I was stirring it for. I should have timed that, but you get the idea. Stir it so it's nice and it's all one consistency in there. So yeah, not hardly bringing anything more up from the bottom there. That's all stirred. And do one more circle pit. Here we go. Okay, now, again, I haven't seen an online tutorial of how to do Aeropress. I read the side of the box once upon a time, a few years ago, and people said you put the plunger on now. I found if you put the plunger on now, about this much has come through in water to the bottom, I'd say, or it's been soaked up by the actual grounds. So I re-top it up just a tiny, tiny bit. Yoink! To about there. And that's us done for now. Plunger section. Now, this is what I was talking about before. Check online, there's other YouTubers and how-tos and stuff. They do this inverted way, so you actually brew from this side up with this upside down. Anyway, I've tried to do it, and I think you're supposed to put the cup on like this and flip the whole thing upside down. My coffee goes everywhere when I try and do it, so yeah, the wife won't let me try that way anymore. This clicks on, give it a little twist like so. Now, how long to wait and brew? Usually this time I'd go and potter around, listen to a Black Coffee Worship playlist on Spotify to know what black metal songs to listen to whilst drinking black coffee. Other things that you could be doing, yeah, you could be checking out the website, www.blackcoffeeworship.co.uk or blackcrossworship.com to see awesome merch. Speaking about merch, shout out to The Cult Clothing. Your boy's a good dude. He's got some sick designs and prints on there that he releases. Has ordered black coffee in the past and has featured me on his Instagram page, so big shout out to the dudes over at there. Stock wise, we've got plenty of these ceramic 250 gram pots left on Black Coffee Worship. If you want to pick these up, we double bubble wrap them. None has smashed just yet, so it's going great with Royal Mail at the moment. And yeah, so Percy Bones blend in this blend here. Nice smooth roast that I'm digging at the moment, especially for Aeropress. That might be done. Now, this is where a lot of arguments happen. Pressing down the Aeropress, do you leave it? Do you stop when it starts to hiss? Some people say the bitterness comes through when you press to the bottom, which I'll show you at the end. I press right to the bottom until it's bone dry, is what I like to do. So, without further ado, 2 hands on top. You'll hear it trickling, going through, very slow. You do this too fast, it will just explode everywhere, and we don't want that on our nice white t-shirt and nice white tables. So, pressing it slowly, like this, and let it brew down. Aeropress gives you a very clear, clean coffee, no grit whatsoever. So with your cafetiere, your French press that you use, sometimes even filter coffee, you get to the end of the mug and that's where your sludge is. I call that diner coffee. I like the sludge. I don't drink it, but it's what I use the heavy blend for, to make diner coffee, I call it, sludge metal coffee. And it puts a weight to the coffee, makes it a bit thicker. But this is super clear, clean, much lighter coffee to drink as far as water goes. And yeah, it's a good brew to do. I take the Aeropress with me when I go on holiday. So I do not drink instant coffee at all. I think it's absolutely vile and revolting. So I have to take an Aeropress with me and grab some beans if I'm out, or take my own. So the hiss has started to happen. There it is. It's like a rattlesnake from Pantera. And I let it hiss all the way to the bottom. So that's pressed to the bottom. You see how long that took and how slow you had to do it. Any quicker, and yeah, shit would go everywhere. But that's it. That is how you Aeropress with Black Coffee Worship. This now is a super clean mug for me on a brew. No grit at all whatsoever at the bottom. Super dark, super black to be swigged away. Cheers guys. Aeropress how-tos. We'll do a few more how-tos in the future. We've got other apparatuses. We've got espresso pots. We've got V60 drippers. We'll be doing them all. So that's awesome. Stay rad, stay hydrated. Take care.